Blessings, little babies. We're back on the scene. Bring it up here. Make sure that we got sound.
Okay.
Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. We're into our 100 days of intentions. Our intentions turned a little more positive lately, which is good. Good. We've got some, dare I say it, hope. Yeah. And even I wrote a piece about joy. Joy. Joy, what a word to return to our vocabularies. Oh my God. To hear it used as part of public discourse, that alone is amazing to me. It feels like I hadn't taken a good breath since a certain escalator run. So we're taking directions from Moshe Chaim Luzzatto, our beloved Luzzatto, the Ramchal, Italian, like me, and my own book, my recent book, Vigil, which is what we're doing. We're keeping vigil, that's for sure. That's for sure. I'm going to say a few more words about Luzzatto. I spoke about him yesterday. Rabbi Moshe Chaim Luzzatto, we call him the Ramchal, philosopher, master of Kabbalah of the 18th century. Yeah. He wrote some esoteric books, and then he wrote some books that kind of we use for ethical direction. We study him. He's brilliant, and he was recognized in his own time as a genius, and also he was in dangerous territory. Yeah, unfortunately. He got involved in Kabbalistic studies. He was born in the early 18th century, 1707, in Padua. He died in Acco, 1747, so he lived about 40 years. And in his native city, he entered the Talmud Torah, the study place, when he was 13. And he became under, his teacher was Isaiah Bassani, and Isaac Chaim Cohen Cantarini. He read everything. And he was especially attracted to the Kabbalistic works that he found in the libraries in his hometown. So he wrote 150 poems after the model of the Psalms. He began a thorough study of Hebrew in such a way that he started composing poetry in Hebrew and approximating the language of the Psalms. Basic. Yeah, and he was dramatic. He wrote dramas in Hebrew. He wrote elegies, allegories. Got involved in interesting studies of Kabbalistic studies. Went and found teachers to teach him of that. He held that he was given visions and he heard the voices of his predecessors teaching the prophet Elijah, Adam Harishon, the ancestors, visions. He was an interesting person. It was too close to the, you know, to the false messiahs. And he went to be safe, he went to found refuge in Amsterdam, where he made a living grinding lenses. He was welcomed in Amsterdam, and he taught there and received a small salary from the Sephardic community. Ground lenses, like Spinoza, studied and taught. Okay?
We're good. Sorry.
And came a time where he decided to go to Israel. He went to Israel, and they all got ill, his family. Plague. Died there.
Buried in Tiberias, right?
Yeah.
Tiberias.
Opa, moving the.
So we are in our countdown
to get your beautiful face
to the election. Thank you.
Yeah.
Keep going. Keep going with our intention, our watchfulness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You betcha. I'm going to read. I neglected Isaiah yesterday.
Right.
We're in also the 7 weeks of consolation from the messages of Isaiah from the Haftarah to console us.
Right.
We're in the third week now, I think. Mm-hmm. So let me read the first 3 weeks of consolation. This is from my first book. Comfort. This is in the imagery of Isaiah. Comfort and be comforted. Listen. Intention to offer and serve. Wilderness a plain, every valley a high place. All flesh see together, grass and flowers speak to the mountains. Lift up your voice from low places. Foundations know and hear. Lift up your eyes, plant your feet, give yourself a name. Give everything a name. Week 2, consolation. You abandoned me. You've forgotten me. A mother does not forget her child. You came out of my womb. I could not forget you. Engrave psalms on your hands. Build me into a fence. Whatever pursues will depart. Lift up your eyes. Clothe yourself with ornaments. Your narrows too small for you. Be a bride. And the 3rd week of consolations this week. Toasted and afflicted, all the children taught peace. Gemstones, rubies, sapphires, I have created a peace smithy. Peace within righteousness. Give up your fear. Pound out in coals a soul. Come together, your words, fire. Come close. A reward no one will gather against you. Eat and drink and be satisfied.
To be satisfied and not be complacent. What does it take? You know, I'm having trouble moving past watchfulness, just this first step. I can't quite get past it.
I was communicating with the Ramchal last night, and he appreciates when you pay attention to his words so completely that you dive into a chapter and find it difficult to leave there. Yeah. You know the old yeshiva story is teacher comes by and person's on the same page that morning, next morning, and that next morning, same page. Finally, teacher says, "What's your deal? How come you don't move on?" Student says, "It feels so good here."
Yeah, right. I get that. But there's just so much in this. I mean, in this watchfulness, this attentiveness, this, being so so attuned to what the barriers are. And, if you want to, he's so clear about what it takes to apply your mind to more spiritual things. You have to immerse yourself in learning, because you have to busy yourself in learning, because an ignorant person really can't move on. Right. So you have to continue.
You got to catch fire for it. That's the second.
Right. And the second one is catching fire. But how do you catch fire? The study of Torah leads to everything, it says. So, and what does that mean? What does that mean? The study of Torah. It's learning. It's about learning. It's
be
about
eager for your learning.
It's about wanting to deepen, recognizing that works without learning could be misdirected. Most likely will be misdirected. So Torah is the only remedy, he says, against the disease of the Yetzer.
The inclination.
It's about learning.
Not the good inclination, the other one.
The one that could lead you to believe things that are not true, right? Be misled, to follow false prophets.
Yeah.
So that's what we try to do, is to really bring a little bit of learning.
That's your baby.
Right?
Yeah.
And I mean, this book is just full of, and also, he's a mystic. So everything is God. Everything is God. Even the Yetzer Hara, well, everything is God. There's no separation. There's no dualism within God. Everything is God. Everything is God. And he's a mystic in that sense. Right? So the Yetzers are part of godliness. It's about balance within God, within this place we live in. Right? So it is the duty of studying Torah, setting aside a definite time for taking account of one's conduct, and always finding ways to improve it.
I'm going to read a piece from my new book.
Okay.
It has influences I can see of Rav Kook, as Rav Kook language, also Tom Waits. It's called What If? What if we succeeded with the great messes we are making? God is forever. What if God were alone, lonely God? Who will compose poems to the lonely God of hosts? We were hostages once, now again. The song calling back newer beings as if it could. Lift up those bowed over, sacred spirits, beasts of the field. Redeem the souls out of the lost and found. They will sing to you melodies of ascent. Return to the temple, the little sanctuary, the holy of holies, mighty and free, all nations of deeds, all cities of beauty. Oh, man. Okay. Thank you for coming, spending a little time with us, and intentioning.
Carving out a little time to learn a little, to deepen a little, to lessen our tolerance for, I don't know,
distraction,
and also easy answers, and I don't know what to call it.
We're here because the time is significant.
It's
That's why we're here.
Important.
Yeah. We started at 100 days. Interestingly enough, I'll just mention this in passing. I don't know what to make of it. Pardon me. We launched this on a Sunday morning.
Yeah.
Sunday afternoon, the news came that our president decided not to
That's right.
run for re-election, like several hours after we
Right.
started.
That is really true.
I don't know what to make of that, but that's the time frame. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah.
Do with it what
Yeah.
you like. We started at 100 days because we recognize that time is significant.
Such
And
a-
even in this time since then, so many things have happened that have altered the spirit, I feel, of the country here. Though there's heavy weight on all of us. All of us are living under heavy weights. So what do? We do what we know how to do. That's what we do. We looked at each other and we said, let's do what we know how to do. Let's teach a little, let's sing a little, let's read some poetry. Let's speak some poetry. Let's speak a little poetry. You know, we speak prose almost all the time. Let's speak a little poetry. Thank you for coming. Anything else?
We'll see you tomorrow.
See you, little babies. Thanks for joining
See you
us.
tomorrow.
We appreciate you.
As we count down to the election.
We appreciate you.
Praying that everybody has the right to vote.